What specifically does Reverb do to green tours? Just about everything we can.
We roll out every morning.
We set up an eco-village.
We get the recycling bin set up.
Cycling backstage.
We give the bands aluminum reusable bottles to use.
Fueling the buses and trucks with biodiesel.
Organic products in merchandise.
Biodegradable cups, potato starch and cornstarch cups, silverware.
Local and organic food.
We do a fan outreach program.
We also bring out other various local nonprofits.
Chargeable batteries.
Carbon offset program.
Lots of stuff.
Wow, that's what I call going green. That from the environmental group Reverb, doing some amazing things to help clean up rock tours across the country. And while we all love a great show, that's no small task. We all know about, oh my gosh, all the cans and the bottles and all the garbage left over. The world is celebrating Earth Day. Reverb is doing what it started in 2004. In 8 years, they have gotten star-studded acts like Dave Matthews Band, Jack Johnson, Maroon 5, Coldplay, and many other huge names to reduce their own rock star carbon footprint in a big way. Joining me to talk about this fantastic idea, two founders, Adam Gardner from the band Guster and his lovely wife, environmentalist Lauren Sullivan. You guys are my heroes for doing this. How did you take on this monumental task, and how are you making rock concerts greener?
Well, as you saw there in the video, there's no one answer to it. There's so many issues, like just you mentioned, the garbage at the end of the night, the fact that you have in cases with bands like Dave Matthews Band, you have 20,000 fans driving from all over to go to the show, descending on one place all at one time, so there's a big carbon footprint there. So we work with ride sharing and connecting fans and building community that way. The reality is touring does have an environmental impact, and this all started because I lived one way at home with my environmentalist wife here, and then I'd go out on the road, and it was the complete opposite. And many other bands felt the same way, so it was really Lauren's idea to start this organization to really take this on and not just give people advice, but give them hands-on help with this. So we actually have staff out on these tours dealing with all of this.
You do a lot of work reaching out to college students with your Campus Consciousness Tour. Let's take a look at some of that. Fascinating stuff.
And especially on college campuses, it's so cool to see green groups on campus having a voice that they didn't have before.
It allows us to reach out to a group of both students and concert and music lovers that we may not necessarily have access to otherwise.
So are the college students taking their environmental consciousness home with them and back to college with them?
Definitely, they are. The college kids are actually kind of leading the conversation on campus, and we bring out the local environmental groups to speak with their fellow students on site at the shows, and they're part of our eco-village with the various artists that we work with on campus. So it's actually a great confluence of things that come together, and the college kids are really leading the way. So it's a terrific venue for us.
Hey, this is Adam from the band Guster. I've also started a nonprofit with my wife called Reverb. We are trying to green the music industry, and we're trying to get to 10,000 likes on Facebook. And to incentivize you and your friends to like us, if we get to 10,000, I'm going to jump into freezing cold water.
Woo! All right, you can go to reverb.org or Facebook/Reverb to get involved in this. Okay, who's jumping in the water, and what can people do to be part of this community? This is a community.
Yeah, I mean, the idea here is to pull together fans. There's such a special relationship that bands have with their fans. And so to be able to use the tour as a platform to get people engaged and excited in environmental actions right there on site and also online, as you could see, that was a somewhat desperate attempt to get people to come join us on Facebook. Yeah, absolutely. There's tons that can be done. And if you go to reverb.org and sign up to the mailing list, we're in touch with folks.